I think it's important to know this. And what I mean is that you are an asshole. And I know I'm a big, big asshole. And what I think um, what people seem to do, or the people I know, the people I see, I think they try to act like they're not assholes inside. And I think it's pretty funny to see that because in us, I think we have the God and the devil at the same time. We've got like a good part and a bad part. Every single one of us. I see it in myself. And this is not false modesty. I really think that I'm a big asshole. And I think what's like something I want to really build in my life as a value is honesty and self awareness. And in order to be able to be really honest, you get to look at the parts of yourself that you hate, that you don't really like. And in myself, I have a tons like of things that I don't like and that I don't accept. There are so many. And so what you can do is to really realize how much of a fucked up person you are and how much of a bad person you are. Like right now, we all live in Europe and all in France or in Germany. We live in this society that seems pretty civilized, and we don't kill each other, and we don't hurt each other, and we think we're better than the rest of the world. And I think it's very funny um, because there's just so much darkness in us. It's crazy. There's just so much darkness in me. Like, for example, I can give so many examples, but for example, I eat meat and I wouldn't be able to go through like probably 1 minute of suffering of the animal that I'm eating, who like spent probably years in a farm just fucking suffering. In my life, I think I freak out just feeling like point 0.00001% of the pain of that animal, and I eat it and I don't give a shit. I eat it and I'm like complaining in my head about how my life sucks or stuff like that. How much of an asshole are you if like you're doing this? It's crazy, and it's fine. Like the problem is not to be a really bad human being, which every single one of us really is. And I'm only talking about the dark side. There's a light side for everyone as well. But I think the problem for most people is they think, or they try to trick themselves into thinking and believing that that dark side doesn't exist in them. And they think that they are actually good, just like 100% good. And that's such bullshit. It's not true. It's crazy. And it annoys me, actually. It annoys me. And I think the reason why it annoys me is that I personally don't accept the bad part in myself, but I try to um, I try to think about it and to just like dig in myself and see what's really really bad. And there are so many things. Um, I really want to give more examples because it's just funny, you know. Like there's just so many examples. Like the reason why you don't tell the truth to people or you're not real with people. You might trick yourself into thinking that it's because you don't want to hurt them. It's such bullshit. It's so not true for most people. It's just that you're scared that they're going to hate you and reject you. And you're fucking lying about it and saying it's because you think you don't want to hurt them. So you're just so great that you don't want to hurt them, so you make them the gift of not telling them the truth. It's such bullshit. Shut the fuck up. It's not true. It's just because you're scared of being rejected by them. and be okay with that. I'm okay with that. I know that the reason why I'm not real with most people is just fear of being fucking rejected by them. I care to a certain extent about how they feel. I do. There's no point in um trying to uh deny like your light side or your dark side. There's both. I've also got light in myself. Like really, I want people to feel good, and I sometimes make present just because I really love them. But really, there's stuff like there's the other side where I just don't express my opinions with people, and the real reason is not that I care about how they feel. It's just that I don't want them to reject me. And I think that my strength compared to other people is that I know how bad I am. And I don't do it to feel good about myself. Oh no, I'm proud because I'm able to see that. No, I just see how bad of a person I am. I, I mean, I see how certain people, they're just like on the street suffering in the cold, and I would never want to go like through 1 hour of their suffering. And I'm just going by and I'm smiling at them. Maybe I'm trying to make them feel good. I give them something. But really, inside, I don't give a shit, and I just think about myself. I know it. And in order to, I think, if we want to change society, if our society is really dark, like what's happening on Earth, we're destroying the Earth, we're destroying the animals, we're destroying each other, like mankind. And I think the reason why is that we don't accept the dark side in us, and we don't really let it out. We don't accept it. But the dark side is there, and it's manifesting anyways. It's manifesting. You can see it. Just look at the world and at mankind. We're like a fucking cancer on Earth. The best thing for Earth and the animals would be that mankind is wiped out. Logically, if I was God, I would kill all human beings so that they stop their shit. Because we're going too far. We're just destroying everything. And the reason is inside of you just watching this video. It's inside of me. It's because we're bad people at the same time than being like good people inside. And we have to accept that. And it's really freeing to accept your dark side, because you finally see that you can do it. It's not too hard. You're gonna actually feel relieved when you do it, because you just stop lying, and what you gain from it is honesty. And as soon as you're honest about a dark aspect of yours, you instantly become a better person a little bit, because you add honesty to your being. So that's how you instantly become a better person, is by acknowledging how fucked up you are. And so the reason why you should do this is really selfish. It's because it makes you feel better. It's super counterintuitive to do it, because you're like, then I'm gonna feel awful about myself. Well, it depends. If you want to add guilt to that, then yeah, but you don't have to. It's not really your fault if you're bad, because you've been brought up in that society which just teaches you things. I believe that every human being that's being born is pretty innocent and good. I believe that we're like probably 100% good when we're being born. I don't know if that's true, but just look at babies, how pure they are, how they're just smiling. And just the other day at my workplace, I just saw like there were two little girls and one baby, and they just met in the restaurant. They didn't know each other, and they hugged themselves, and they were just like communicating. I don't think they could talk already, and it was just so sweet to see it, because they they were just communicating and touching and hugging, and then when it was over, they just went their way, didn't say goodbye. Like when you look at that kind of interaction and you compare it to an interaction between two random people that you just meet on the street, you're like, how full of shit are we? It's just crazy how full of shit humans are. Like when you're meeting someone on the street and you're like listening, or when you're just meeting someone and talking to them, how many times are you just like staying there and listening to them because you don't want them to reject them, and you don't tell them, you're lying about it in their fucking face, and you're lying about yourself thinking that you're a good person by doing so. That just annoys like it annoys me so much. I don't know why, but this makes me so angry, actually, that people, not that people are like that. I don't care whether people are good or bad, but that people lie so much about their intentions. It makes me really angry, because I think that's what's destroying us as a species, and that's why we're destroying animals and the earth. So what I'm talking about is really like it's not about being bad or being good, because we have both sides in us, every single human being, but it's about being honest. And it's hard to be honest for most people, because at first it hurts and then you get the benefit out of it. But first you got to be willing to feel the pain of being honest. It's like fear of being judged, fear of noticing that you're not the image that you had of yourself. You're way worse than that.